All right, guys, check it out. Happy New Year. I've got a single task replacement for you today. I think you're going to like. On my screen, I've got the Pioneer Services. Let me explain to you what we're going to accomplish today, and I'm going to show you how I can help you in the new year find new leads, research those leads, send them some cold emails, connect with them like we did last week on LinkedIn, uh, and automate the whole darn thing. Your job is to sell. Your job is to build your business. My job is to find the leads. My job is to automate the systems. Let's get into it. So on my screen, I've got a bunch of tabs. I'm going to walk through it. I've also got this Slack screen open, and you can see that an email has been written, and this little indicator shows that I've actually sent this email. That's my phone number. Feel free to text me, call me. Let's have a conversation about how we get this done. But over here in my n8n instance, I've got 4 workflows that work and trigger each other based on the next thing and the next thing and next thing. And what we're going to do is we are going to scrape a bunch of leads off the internet. We're going to get their summary of their LinkedIn account and their LinkedIn company account. Especially if they are an owner, we are identifying our ICP. I don't know who your ICP is yet, but we'll get to that later on in the setup. I don't know what your message is, what your value prop is yet, but you know what? We'll get to that in the setup, and then we'll talk about how we customize this for you. So I'm just going to walk you through it. All right. This is my scraper and researcher. It scrapes the internet for my ICP. It checks my spreadsheet, and I'm going to just use a spreadsheet for this particular instance, but we could use any database or any CRM to check if there's a record already on file. And if it's not, then we are going to compare that data set that's inbound, and we're going to say if there's a difference or if it's that second set of data that is a different set of leads. It's going to go into our spreadsheet. It's going to do a full scrape of all the LinkedIn profile with the company information, especially because we want that about section. The about section of the profile is so important because we're going to build signals next, okay? Put it into the spreadsheet. Now we've got the full lead. We've got about 100 of them. I'm going to show you my sheet in just a minute, but let's see what happens when it triggers. So now it's going to do some research, right? And this is where the AI comes in. The rest of this thing is it's going to be totally triggered by AI, so let's talk it out. When it's triggered, it's going to go and pull all the new rows, okay? And then we're going to do a loop on all of those rows to do the research. Tavily.com. It's just like Perplexity. It is a very strong fetch tool. It's going to do the research. We're going to send it out to do some search, pull some excerpts on what we do on their website, right? So we're going to take the website URL. We're going to check their blogs. We're going to check their career pages. Are they hiring, right? We're going to check their news and see if there's any acquisitions or funding or Series A, B, C, right? And then that last one down on the bottom actually is going to run out to the internet, and it's going to look on G2. It's going to look on Capterra. It's going to look on all the news outlets, and it's going to say, hey, listen, this is the industry. This is the guy. This is their website. This is their LinkedIn. This is their company. Go find me signal information that we can use about the company. Super important. AI is not smart, right? So right here, we've got to check it. And what we do is we check it, and I don't know if that's an error. I don't know why it's not loading. It doesn't matter. This is just for demonstration purposes. But what it does, it extracts the selections. So if it pulls in 40 different assets to research, and it finds a bunch of websites, it's checking the URLs, it's checking against the URL, it's checking the company, it's checking the industry, it's identifying what's super important, and then it's going to give it this Tavily a list to extract all the data on those pages, and then where we're going to put it back into our database, okay? So we have now gone ahead, scraped LinkedIn, scraped LinkedIn company profiles, and now we're basically, again, scraping the internet or searching the internet for signals and background and current trend information about the company. So what happens next? Back to our list, we've got a research phase, which is what we just did, and now we're going to do the strategy, right? Signal strategy. We are going to take all of that data that we just pulled down about the company, and we're going to do some identifying of who they are, what they do. Let's close that. What is this one? You know what? I'm just going to open it here. So we'll do the strategy. Yep. Open, and then the outreach. Okay, good. So the strategy builder is currently triggered to happen every day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On weekdays at the 9th minute, right? So it's 6:09, 7:09, 8:09, random. And I'll tell you what I did. I don't want it to be on the hour. On the hour will hurt our email reputation, right? We don't want to look like we're scheduling outbound emails on the hour. It just looks weird. Okay, so we offset it just 8, 9, 10 minutes. The research has to do the homework. So by the ninth, if it executes on at 9 minutes past the hour, maybe it takes a minute and a half to do the research. Making it takes another minute and a half to write the cold email. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Writes the cold email. It's going to go ahead and maybe not even send until 9 minutes after. And I'm going to give you another hint. Over here on my right hand side, you can see this particular email had gone out at 11:09, right? It executed 11:09. It took 1 minute to do the signal research and do the cold email. And again, I'm going to show you this in a minute. But at the same time, I, as the human in the loop, and we're going to get to that in a minute, didn't press approve until well after this email had come in. I'm going to give myself 45 minutes from the time this email is created to the time I have to send that email, right? Human in the loop every single time. I'm going to talk it out, but let's talk about this research and signals building. So in my sheet, I've got two fields, or a bunch of fields. Again, the industry, the user, their website, and all this information. But the mass extraction that we pulled of the signal information, of the industry information, of the tracking information, of the website scraping, of the blogs, of the news, all those things are fed into the AI agent, okay? And the AI agent is super smart and knows to read the entire row, feeding it all the information, who they are and all this stuff. And it's been prompted to say, pull out information that we can use to write cold emails that is focused on their problem, our solution, and a call to action. Okay, and it knows to pull those signals, and then we're going to feed those signals into the email writer. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. But that's what this guy does. He actually goes ahead and pulls and identifies what that information is and becomes a signal. Okay. And we're going to use that to write emails. Puts it again in our database. Now we've synced all that stuff up, and we're going to open up this last outreach workflow, right? So again, that one gets done, writing the signals. It's going to trigger. Goes into our row, pulls the person that we're talking about. It references that ID, and now it's going to generate that email, identifying only the signals at this point. And this is super important because there's a format to how we want to write the email, right? We're going to identify who it is, what they do. We're showing them that we did personalized research on them. The AI did it. I haven't looked at them. I have no idea. Okay. Yes, I've actually validated my spreadsheet to make sure that there's actual people, right? And you can see, I mean, I've got these people queued up, but I've actually disqualified people because the scrape wasn't right, the search wasn't right. For whatever reason, this information was wrong. So I've disqualified. These guys are queued in, but you see Anise, I've already just written this and I'm making the video after I wrote it because I want to make sure the everything worked. Okay. Actually, I can show you. Here she is here. Anissa, right? She's the CEO of Pioneer. This is her company, Pioneer. And it actually talks about it. So, and then, this is the website, and it scraped all of this information, and went back. And that's what basically it went and built out her entire profile for me. So the outreach, what it does is it identifies the things that they do. It identifies how we can automate their product. And again, this is my value proposition. It doesn't have to be your value proposition. What the pain point might be, how we can automate it. If I'm a marketing agency and I can support it, maybe I change my tasks up to be a little more marketing oriented, right? But I'm selling AI, I'm selling automation, right? So here, last but not least, it's a small, subtle call to action. It's worth having a conversation. It's a cold email. It's personalized, and now I'm because singletask.ai is a brand new URL. I'm concerned that my sender reputation would be scorned if I write just spam, 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 hundreds of them. Instead, I'm doing one an hour. I'm slow rolling my sends. I'm personalizing the chat, personalizing the message, and I'm only sending one directly from my inbox, which I'll show you. So basically, I've talked a lot, but the last point is it writes that email. Nope, this one. It writes that email for me, puts it in the spreadsheet. It sends it to Slack right here. I have the choice to approve it or decline it. If it's approved, it gets sent, and all of that gets updated in the spreadsheet. If nothing happens, that's it. It doesn't go anywhere. You can see the email. AI wrote it. I didn't write it. It's not bad. It's not bad. Running dual certificates across 2 shops. Absolutely. I help manufacturers pull quality documents and compliance using automation. That's what I do. Is it worth having a conversation? It's personalized. It tells me what I do, and it moves on. She's getting the email so she can reply to the email, or she can call me. Okay? It's that easy. I approve, it sends the email, and we're done. Guys, this is super easy for me to do. My job is to build one of these custom to you. So you have your sales leads, you've got your cold emails. All you need to do is hit send and approve that email at the end of it. We're going to write some prompts. We're going to customize your value prop. We're going to automate it, and we're going to, it's a no-brainer, right? This is a no-brainer. I do this because this is my job. Your job is to sell. Your job is to build business. At the end of the day, I'm replacing one single task, giving you more time to sell. Let's do this together. Give me a call, 973-223-6960. Email me, Ramos at singletask.ai. And, feel free to reach out anytime. I'm here for you. And I guess that's all for now. See you on the next one.